Okay, I'd like to call the Tuesday, May 19th, 2015 Board of Aldermen meeting to order. First piece of order will be Pledge of Allegiance. Alderperson Hawley, would you lead us now, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next item on the agenda would be accept a motion for approval of the regular board meeting minutes for May 5th, 2015.
I make a motion that we approve the board meeting minutes for May 4th, 2015.
Second.
Motion made by Alderperson Hawley, seconded by Alderperson Casterly. Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Alderman Jar is absent. 1, 2. Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0. With one absent, sorry. I guess I should note that. Okay, next item on the agenda would be approval for the, accept the motion to approve the executive session minutes for May 5th, 2015.
I'll make a motion that we approve the executive session minutes from May 5th, 2015.
Second.
Motion is made by Alderperson Casterly, seconded by Alderman Deloy. If we can get a roll call vote, please.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy.
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with one absent. All right, next item on the agenda would be the hearing from the public. Once again, we ask that anybody from the public keeps their comments down to 5-minute minimum, please, so we can get people up here to be able to speak. So anybody from the public?
Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Pritchett, and this is Kelly Clodfelter. And we are actually in the process of putting our applications together to come before you formally next month. But we just wanted to introduce Jordan's Place to you. I know a lot of you from being before you regarding the Step Up Transitional Living Program. And we have now, along with Kelly, Kelly and I are actually co-founders of Jordan's Place. Kelly is Jordan's mother. And we just wanted to let you know we're here. We have signed a lease contingent upon approval of opening on July 8th on Main Street where the Advanced Beauty College space is. And we're hoping that we'll be able to do that. So we're just really here to spread the word. We've been in talks with Chief Howdy Shell about partnering with us and getting in there and interacting with the youth when they're there. And that's what we're about. So we will see you next month.
It glows in the dark.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
I appreciate it, ladies. Anyone else? All right. Next is any comments from the Board of Aldermen?
You want to start?
At least you say something you don't want to talk about, but I don't think.
I ain't gonna lob you up.
No.
I don't have anything.
Wow. This never happens. Shocking. I feel like I should say something just to get Gary going.
Let's don't.
No, it's not. I'm already going, but I'm just not talking.
With that being, mayor comments. I would actually like to thank anyone and everyone who may have called any type of the senators this past week, because I can tell you right now, I believe it's been taken off the agenda from what I talked about on Senate Bill 504, that it encompassed the toll road proposition of looking into having a board of private and public sector is looking into putting toll roads, which would start at Forestell and end at right before Kansas City, which to me would have been economically devastating for us. So anyone who did that, I just want to extend a thank you to you, because it looks like that will be taken off the agenda, and when they go out of session, maybe we won't have to deal with that for a little while. So for me, that was a great achievement, and I appreciate anyone and everyone who may have called. So. All right. Next on the agenda would be a motion to approve the appointment of Richie Kohler as alternate C to the Board of Adjustment to replace Scott Schoenfeld.
I make a motion that we appoint Richie Kohler as alternate C to the Board of Adjustment to replace Scott Schoenfeld.
Second.
Motion made by Alderperson Hawley, seconded by Alderperson Casserly. If I can get a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
We have 4-0 approval with 1 absentee. Next on the agenda would be approval to hire Judith Bain as a financial clerk at $12 an hour with a start date of 5/26/2015.
I make a motion that we approve the hire of Judith Bain as a finance clerk at $12 an hour with the start date of May 26, 2015.
Second.
Motion made by Alderperson Hawley, seconded by Alderperson Casserly. If I can have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
We have a nuclear power plant over here on this end, just to.
This is the old side of the board, we're slower.
I don't think so.
And besides, she has to carry her half of the room.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little lonely.
Oh, my.
All right, next item on the agenda would be a request for a road closure on June 28th for the Warren County Fair Parade. 1 lane of Walton behind the courthouse at 2 p.m. and Boone's Lake Main Street from Southwest Street going east to city limits from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. So,
That's really no change than normal, is it? Isn't that what we normally do? No?
The last few years, it's been starting from the middle school, so they're going to move it back downtown again.
Oh, yeah, I like that better. That's much nicer.
Alter.
would you like to speak on it, or are you okay?
I mean, we feel that's permanent, that's fine with the city, that's what we.
Excellent. All right, I'll entertain a motion for the approval to request the road closure.
No, we
Oh,
didn't.
I have one question. So
Sure.
does that go through 47 then?
Yes.
Okay.
I know it's an obstacle, but it's a community event.
I'm not opposed, I'm just clarifying.
Okay.
All right, well then I'll entertain a motion to approve the request for road closures on June 28th for the Warren County Fair Parade.
So moved.
Second?
Motion made by Alderperson Casterly, seconded by Alderperson Hawley. We can have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
You probably don't remember in the good old days, you used to go down Main Street without the fairground.
Oh, I remember
But you
those
were
good
probably
old
weren't
days.
born then.
You behave. I remember those days. I wasn't allowed to drive, but I remember.
Next item on the agenda would be our Director of Operations and Finance Officer, Terry Thorne.
Thank you. My first item this evening is a question for the board. Coming up on August 1st through 3rd will be the back-to-school sales tax holiday. At this time every year, you all make the decision as to whether you want to participate in that or not. And if you choose to participate, we need to take no action. If you choose to opt out, then we need to inform the state by mid-June that we are opting out of the sales tax holiday.
Well, I'll make my position known on this. I think this is an important tax holiday for our families. I'm getting ready for schools, and I'm in support of the tax holiday.
You're getting ready for school already. Let us get out first.
Spoken from a true teacher.
Absolutely. I'm not opposed to keeping it.
I'm very much in support of it.
Me too.
I think we move to the next agenda item.
Okay.
We can.
The next item I have for you is the results of the city branding survey. We posted the survey on the website, the Facebook page, the public access channel, and then emailed to all of our board and committee members, city employees, and all of the contacts that we've made for the comprehensive plan. The results of those votes were that the major percentage chose small town living, urban access. So I would presume that that is the option that we're going to take. And then to move forward with contacting the 2 local graphic designers that we discussed and ask them to come up with proposals for a potential logo to suit this theme. Is that
You know, I
direction that
was
you all-
looking at that, and it doesn't really matter, I don't think, but I think it would look nicer to say small town living with urban access instead of dash urban access, but I don't, I mean, as far as the looks.
How about if we ask the graphic artist to
They may have
get a
some
professional?
Yeah.
better answer, but
Yeah.
I don't particularly like the dash in there either, but maybe that's the best way
I
to do it.
think width is not a big word, so we need to take.
Sure.
Okay.
So if everyone's in agreement with that, then we will proceed with contacting the graphic designers and asking the 2 local individuals to give us some options and maybe give them a stipend for that. And then when you all would select your choice, then we could pay that individual for the work that they did. So we'll see if we can proceed in that direction, if everyone's good with that.
Do you need a
Sounds good.
do you need a motion on that?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll get it.
The next item I have for you is an addendum to the TSM concession provider agreement. The real change that's added by this addendum to our concession agreement is to change the payment for the venue fee and deposit to bi-weekly. Right now, it's set up in the agreement to be paid every week. And it just, both for our finance department as well as them to get the register receipts, get them here, get it all reconciled, is really an effort that doesn't need to be made on a weekly basis. So it's changing that payment for the venue fee to bi-weekly, and then also authorizing us to make minor changes to the agreement such as this by signing off rather than having to bring it fully back to the board. So those are the only 2 changes that are contained in this agreement.
Any questions in regards to this?
That answers my question.
I'll make a motion that we approve the addendum to the TSM concession agreement as presented.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the addendum to TSM concession agreement made by Alderperson Hawley and seconded by Alderman Delroy. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
That's all I have for you this evening.
You know, Terry, one of the things that nobody mentioned, I don't know if we wanted to comment on, was our bike event this past weekend, with all our bicyclists coming through
I
town.
know that Jessica was here for that event on Saturday. I don't have her updated numbers to know how many people actually came through. But my understanding is that it was a successful event.
Yeah, there were quite a few people, and the police officers really deserve some good credit for the way they blocked the four-way stop. It's not a four-way stop anymore, but you know what I mean. So thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda would be our Public Works Director, Guy Jeevers.
Good evening, Board. First item I have is the monthly report. Got some stormwater, catch basin put in, some asphalt work.
Is our other well painted?
No, they have a deadline of August 1st to start on the other tower.
Okay. I didn't think I'd seen anything.
Is the pool ready to go? Is the opening this weekend?
I'm sorry,
Is the pool ready to go?
is it ready to go, Brad? Brad takes care of the pool.
Oh,
It's
okay.
full. I got him the water, so,
Well, I was gonna say, it's water, and it's,
You do the rest.
yeah, he's got the water.
hopefully you get it there early enough they can warm up, but,
Yeah, he's got the water.
good.
Any questions on that?
Okay.
Next item I have is the portable vacuum sampler. And there's a quantity of 2 for $6,336.40. And that's coming from USA Blue Book.
Guy, what is this?
This is a sampler, so if we go to an industrial site, we can set the sampler up and it takes composite samples over a 24-hour period of
Okay,
time, so we
thank
can
you.
monitor their flow and what they're given to the wastewater plant continuously. And we also do that at the plant. The budget number for that was $8,200.
Okay.
You're coming in under that, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's just make a big deal out of that.
Yeah,
right now.
because he'll get us later. I'll make a motion that we approve the portable vacuum sampler bid from USA Blue Book for 2 portable vacuum samplers for $6,336.40.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the bid for the USA Blue Book in the amount of $6,336.40 for the 2 portable vacuum samplers made by Alderperson Casterly, seconded by Alderperson Hawley. If I could have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent.
Next item I have is a walk-behind street saw. And Bobcat of St. Louis came in. Pat Kelly came in, but they didn't meet the specs. So the low bid is $24,300. And it was budgeted for $25,600.
I'll make a motion that we approve the walk-behind street saw from Bobcat of St. Louis from O'Fallon, Missouri for the total amount of $24,300.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the bid from Bobcat of St. Louis in the amount of $24,300, being the best bid from Alderperson Casterly and seconded by Alderman Deloy. Could I have a roll call vote, please?
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0 with 1 absent. Next.
Next item I have is the exterior shelter for chlorination system. And Brooks and Associates came in at low bid. With the add-on, it's $17,500. We
This is
budgeted
a-
$23,000 for that.
This is a huge discrepancy in the bids. I mean,
Brooks and Associates is the ones that we have our rotor meters in that for the injector for the pumps. And Huey Construction out of Fulton and Flynn Drilling, more than likely, I'm not 100% sure, but they have to purchase it from somebody else and then sell it to us,
okay.
or sell it to the
That's what I was curious. It
contractor.
just looked really odd. If we're getting what we really need from Brooks and Associates, if we go with that. We're
I'm
getting
so-
what we need.
Yes, it's exactly, and that's what we already have in place. So if we need to change a part out, it will meet what we already have, so we don't get a stock part,
Are there any
stock
other
extra
questions?
parts. So
I'd
the,
like-
so the addition is $17,500.
Before we actually make that motion, I'd like to commend you for all 3 being under bid from what you budgeted for. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'll make a motion to approve the Brooks and Associates bid of $17,500 for the exterior shelter coordination system.
Second.
Tim Schmidt's going to have fun writing these articles.
Motion to approve the bid from Brooks and Associates in the amount of $17,500, being the low bid. made by Alderperson Casterly, seconded by Alderperson Hawley. If I can have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with one absent.
That's all I have.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda would be hearing from the Chief of Police, Greg Hobbyshell.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. The only thing I have on the agenda this evening is the monthly report from April. Again, the only real difference between this year and last year is the number of proactive calls. Guys out there just making sure that our properties are safe, and that's pretty much it. Just a lot of those proactive checks.
Am I dreaming, or is this the first one that's actually had the number of tickets given for speeding over limits and that kind of thing? Because I don't recall seeing, I like this. It gave me a good idea of what we were giving speeding tickets for, but I don't remember
that's
ever
fine.
seeing that before.
I don't know that it's ever been included, but
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing that. I think that
Okay.
gives us a good idea of what they're actually giving tickets for, so when people see people getting pulled over, they know what for.
no problem. We'll make sure we include it going forward. Any other questions?
It also seemed like that under the drug-related incident report, there's a lot more on this month than there's been on other months. Is it indicative of anything, or is there just?
I think that has more to do with more people just being out and about.
Okay.
More contact on our part. So we're going to come into contact with it more. More people are noticing things and calling us about suspicious activity.
Because it almost looks like it's 3 times higher.
Right.
than what-
Anything else? Just a couple of announcements. Just as a reminder, the torch run is the 27th, so that's a week from tomorrow. We will be starting at 10 a.m. in Forestel and coming to Warrenton along the South Service Road. And then the reception will be here at City Hall between 12:15 and 12:30. Hopefully, if we keep everybody moving at the proper pace, they'll make it here by then. And the other thing that I'd like to just talk briefly about is the Citizens Police Academy. That is a go. We're trying to push that forward. The first meeting will be June 10th. Applications are available at the police department, or if you want to give us a call, we can certainly send one out. It's open to all residents of Warren County and anybody that works in Warren County or goes to school in Warren County. So we'd really like to see that first class filled up. I think once we get one under our belt, we'll probably see more participation. But right now, we're struggling a little bit to get participants.
Is this night?
This will be in the evening. There's no cost. It will meet basically once a week with a break around the 4th of July because we didn't want to interrupt potentially people's vacation schedules. And also includes a ride-along field training night and also a day out at the range. So should actually be a pretty good time.
And what's the minimum age to participate?
I believe it's 17 or 18. I'm not real sure.
That does include editors and newspapers.
Yes, it does, absolutely.
Is there free food? Well, that always brings people to meetings.
Well, that just opens the door for a donut joke from Guy, so.
Never mind. Should have said that.
I thought he was more of a cookie guy.
Oh, he is, but he knows that.
Oh, poor guy.
All right, next item on the agenda would be our Maintenance and Grounds Director, Brad Buzikers.
Good evening, Board and Mayor. First, I have the monthly report. Mowing season is upon us, and baseball season is upon us, so there's a lot of activity.
How about the cemetery? Is it going to be ready for this weekend?
Cemetery's done.
Hey.
Have it finished mowing, and we're going to try to mow it again, but all the weeding's been done. Got it done last week. We've got the tree cut up that blew over in the storm Sunday. We got it done today, so we should look fine for everybody.
Great.
pool is ready. We're waiting on one piece for the spray ground, but if it doesn't come in, I can still fill it, and they'll have to automatically keep an eye on it, fill it, and keep an eye on that. So, but part was supposed to be here today, but somebody dropped the ball in Kansas City, so it should be here tomorrow morning. So hopefully we'll have it in, up and running. So everything else is doing fine right now. Nobody has anything else, we'll move down to the next item, which is the athletic structure bid, athletic complex pavilion bid for out at the, this is the structure that's going between the ball fields and out at the complex. And I would recommend that we go with Fry and Associates out of Kansas City for a price of $29,893.85 installed.
The CV contractors, were we trying to get a contracting bid to go with somebody else's product or something? Is that what that, because it's just installation only?
No, there's different ones. Had Hutchinson had their own shelter. These are all, the shelters are all kind of like a state bid thing. They all go through a same one. They're just one of the ones. Fry and Associates has their own ones. So, and then the other gentleman just gave us a bid for installation.
Install it.
That's the only two that we can get that would bid the structure.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Then I'll entertain a motion to approve the bid for Fry and Associates in the amount of $29,893.85 in the low and best bid.
So moved.
You're just determined. Second. I bet you second to adjourn, don't you?
Motion made by Alderperson Hawley, seconded by Alderperson Casterly. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with one absent.
Thanks, Brad.
Anything
Thank
else,
you.
Brad?
Thank you.
Good?
Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda would be our zoning officer and building commissioners, Jack Hanna.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. First thing I have is the monthly report, and you'll notice it's been slightly tweaked to include the courtesy notices, which we started issuing on April the 2nd. Try to help with getting compliance.
I mentioned this to you before, but I really like this, this courtesy notice approach, a warmer approach, hoping that people will improve their property willingly. So hopefully that's having a good result.
And we're tracking it, so we'll be able to tell as we move forward the percentage that respond to it without
Yes.
taking any further action.
That'll be a real neat thing to see at the end of summer.
Next item I have is the request for a special event permit approval for the Warren County Fair Association Demo Derby, SCP-11, to be held at the Warren County Fairgrounds on May the 30th, 2015. This motion for approval passed 6-0 with 3 absent and 1 abstention due to a business conflict at the May 7th, 2015 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. And Mr. Owenby's here if you have any specific questions for him.
Anybody have any questions?
Well, I think at the meeting that the thing basically went through with no comment or minimal comment, so I mean, when I was there didn't appear to be any issues.
Any questions or comments? I'll entertain a motion to approve the Demo Derby on May 30th for the Warren County Fair Association.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Ock and seconded by Alderperson Casterly. So you have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with 1 absent.
And before I move on to the next one, I just want to update you that The Fan Boosters Mud Bog was rescheduled for Saturday, the 23rd. Due to the inclement weather, there was severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings on the original day it was scheduled, so they moved that to this weekend, just so you're aware of it. Then the next item I have is a boundary adjustment approval request for proposed adjusted Lot 1 and Lot 2 of the John and Russell Brockfield subdivision located at 912 South Highway 47, along with the adjoining 1.7 acres to the north. Property is zoned C2 General Commercial. Motion for approval passed 6-0 with 3 absent and 1 abstention due to Mr. Dietz is on the library board at the May 7th, 2015 Planning and Zoning Commission's meeting with no extra conditions. And there are representatives here if you have specific questions regarding this issue.
Yeah, so the purpose of this, what we're trying to accomplish here is to give additional space to the library to improve their parking situation. That's my understanding.
Well, I think if the library, I think, as I recall from the meeting, that this is kind of a preliminary, the library owns all this property, so we traditionally allow people to move the boundary within the property, you know, any way they want to. And I think the comment made at the meeting is that if there is future expansion to the library, that the moving the boundary would help facilitate additional needs on the lot for parking if that was required. I think that was one of the comments that was made, if I recall right. Is that accurate?
That's correct.
Yeah, so that's really the issue. I think there was, I saw one couple from the public who lives immediately behind the property, and they were at the meeting. They didn't raise any questions or issues, so there was really no public comment on it either. So I think it's something that we can address in the bill in a positive way.
Any other comments or questions? And there is a bill on this later, so
Right.
we'll wait for that.
Feel like now.
Introduce bill number 14-15
Nothing else
first
from
reading.
you? Okay. Thank you.
You got a
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Ock, seconded by Alderperson Holly for the first reading of bill number 14-15.
An ordinance accepting the boundary adjustment for Lot 1 and Lot 2 of John and Russell Brockfield subdivision by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Call for second and final reading of bill number 14-15.
Second.
Motion made for the second reading and passage of bill number 14-15 by Alderman Ock and seconded by Alderperson Holly.
An ordinance accepting the boundary adjustment for Lot 1 and Lot 2 of John and Russell Brockfield subdivision by the city of Warrenton, Missouri.
Have a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Deloy,
Yes.
Alderman Holly,
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly,
Yes.
Alderman Ock.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0 with 1 absent.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn to executive session.
I believe we are actually in a candidate session that a matter has been taken care of.
Well,
so-
fabulous. Then I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Alderperson Casterly and seconded by Alderperson Holly for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Majority. We are adjourned.